Less spending, but without falling into austerity. The European Commission has invited member states to come back to budgetary discipline, which means gradually leaving behind the period of generous spending of the previous crisis years. The legally binding rules compel EU states to keep their public deficit below 3% and their debt-to-GDP ratio below 60%, thresholds that many currently exceed by a significant margin. That's why the EU Commission will let countries an important margin of flexibility in how they reduce their public debt in the medium term, meaning in 4 to 7 years.
But the support cannot continue indefinitely. So the time for broad-based fiscal stimulus has passed. It's time to shift gear and look to the future.
In the spring, the Commission will give each country a spending target for 2024 in line with their own fiscal plans. If countries' proposed targets are not sufficiently ambitious, the Commission will suggest a spending target fit for a country's debt profile. In addition, the Commission won't trigger the excessive deficit process this year that could result in financial sanctions for countries that breach the rules, but it will do so in 2024.
The biggest challenge is to start a fiscal consolidation phase after many years of heavy public spending, because governments spent a lot during the pandemic. Then came the energy crisis and the Russian aggression against Ukraine. So governments again spent a lot on defense and also on supporting households and companies to cope with high energy prices. So basically in the past 3 years, we had very large public spending, and somehow ending that and starting a fiscal consolidation will be a major challenge, I'm afraid, for many countries in 2024. So countries in the most difficult positions are those that have the highest public debts, including Greece, Italy, Spain, but I think also France will face major challenges.
The EU leaders will launch the debate over the new fiscal framework in March in Brussels, and based on the outcome of the battle between the south and the north of Europe, the EU Commission will finally submit its legal proposal on how the rules will be reformed.